Good morning, everybody. How are you? The devilishly handsome Ian Dixon. Good morning, sir.
Shut up, for f***'s sake. Jesus.
Good morning. I had to quickly press the microphone button. I was like, oh, quick. Can you hear me? Before anything else happens, just let me double check. Am I coming through loud and clear, you lot? Are you there? Say hello. Good morning. Welcome to Monday, you bloody belters. How are you all? Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Come and say hello. Good morning. Oh my God, I am so rested. Honestly, I can't even tell you. Look, I'm glowing. I'm glowing. I do have to put my makeup on because I've got to film some stuff today, but I'm feeling glowy. I'm feeling rested. I've had some family time. I've had some down south family time. Down in Kent for the last couple of days. We closed out being inspired with a full cohort bar one spot. Can you believe it? We've got 19 incredible speakers that I'm going to be working with for the next 6 months, plus another couple of fantastic people that are just going through the Be Heard process. I am beyond excited to get started. Oh, it makes me feel a bit funny. There have been lots of things that have happened over the last few days. Come on in. I'm going to put my face on, get ready for the week with you guys. I am going to share with you my news, and also please do share with me what your intentions are for this week in the comments, wherever the comments land for you. As I'm looking at you on the screen right now, actually the comments are over this side, but I know that it'll most likely be underneath. But let me know, please, in the comments, what are your intentions for this week? Welcome to the show at Wise Up Rise Up Show with me, your host, Danny Wallace. I am the Queen Bee, which is a ridiculously audacious statement to make, I'm quite aware, but it's much less about me and much more about you guys watching at home, whether you're the Queen Bee, the King Bee, the Sovereign Bee. It's about reclaiming our birthright to success, to health, to wealth, to happiness, to all of those things. And we do that by means of hanging out. Millie could be, look, she's a bit drunk. Look, where is she? Oh, she's over there. Look, I don't know what says. She's all topsy-turvy over there, Miracle Queen Bee. So yeah, I am here today. We are gathered here today to share our intentions for the week. On a Monday, if we think about the Show Up, Wise Up, Rise Up show, on a Monday we consider showing up. How are we going to show up this week? Who are we going to show up for? How are we going to show up? What are we going to say when we get there? And all of that sort of stuff. On a Wednesday, we have incredible people on weekly that I interview about hot topics. And then on a Friday, we celebrate what are all of you getting up to this week. Let me know. We celebrate everything that we've achieved in the week on a Friday. Show up, wise up, rise up, right? We show up together, we set our intentions together, we wise up, we learn together, we rise up, we hit those goals that we aspire to, that we dream of. We don't even just dream of them, we go out and hit them, which is some of the things that I've been doing over the weekend, not even realizing. Good morning, Melanie Gizzy in the house, who is on the wings of you can't see everybody that's on there, but they're the wings of destiny. Should we do a little bit of a roll call? Let's do a roll call. We've got Fiona Bryan, we've got Prash Sharma, Nikki Matjezik, we've got Louise Taylor, Tommy Powell, Joanna Streams, we've got Rachel Mooney, Tanya Ibbison, Charlotte Grand, Amy Mantle, Anne Ferguson in the house, Samantha Ayes, we've got Michelle Robinson, Sarah Park, Laura Rowe, Mel Gizzy, Zoe Bryn, Nicola Peake, just waiting to hear back from Claire Nixon Ord. But they are our speakers for Be Inspired. Very, very, very excited to get started to work. And also a huge shout out to Maria Stanford and Jane Wood, who are joining us on Be Heard Pro as well for the next few weeks. If anybody feels like they've missed the boat and you're feeling a little bit sneaky and want to jump onto Be Heard, get in my ears. We don't start till Wednesday, and I'm open to conversations. So if anybody thinks, shit, I've missed the boat, don't worry. Get in my DMs. I'm going to hook you up. Nice like that, you see. So, where are we at? Joe Gilbert, good morning. Happy November. We've got to November. Let me put Let me conceal. I've nothing to conceal. Look, a fresh face. I'm not carrying any baggage today. I'm just going to do it anyway. Like, what? I'll do what I like. I'm the queen. So yeah, it is November. Happy November. So we're not just setting our intentions for the week. Let's set our intentions for the month. What is November bringing for you? November for me is bringing the beginning of starting our garage conversion for IATQBHQ. It's getting us ready for Christmas. It's getting us ready for all sorts of things. Which is really super duper pooper scooper pooper scooper exciting. Good morning, hi, this is salutations to you all. Good morning, Georgia Smith. I see you. You can hear me. Oh, thank goodness for that. Otherwise, I've been blathering on and no one's knowing what's going on. Glowing like a honeybee. Yes, yeah. Can't tell you how so excited I am. Oh, do it, ladies. You did be her pro May to July. We had the best time out, and now you are going to be on the stage. How exciting is that? Oh, Sarah Jane Lewis, SJ, applying for a TEDx. There is a TEDx out there with your name on it, especially with your phenomenal talk about powerful women and what that actually means. Speaking of TEDx's, huge celebrations in IATQBHQ on Friday. Your girl got approached for a TEDx. I actually got a phone call. I actually got somebody slid into my DMs, what runs a TEDx, and said to me, Danny, you've been on our radar for a little while. We've been watching you. We've been watching you. And there is a TEDx event happening in Scotland. And would you come and be a TEDx speaker at our TEDx? And I was like, yeah, I will. It's a funny one. It's a real funny one because for so many of my clients, a TEDx is on the goal list, and so many things are on our goal list, and I get it. And this one always feels like a bit of a pipe dream, that as well as books. So books always kind of feel like a little bit of a pipe dream. One day I'll write a book. One day I'll have a TEDx. And actually, what's happening now is these opportunities, and this is solely, I think, down to the circles in which we run. Really, it is. When you surround yourself with power people, power shit happens, right? I don't mean a power shit because that's weird and disgusting, but like powerful stuff happens when you surround yourself with incredible people. And that is exactly what's happened for me. And exactly what I see happening for a lot of you a lot of the time. So TEDx, perfect example. People come to work with me because guess what? They want to speak on a stage or they want to speak better about their business. For some people, it is actually about doing that specific TEDx work. In fact, some people like just get in touch and say, Danny, I've got a TEDx coming up. Can you help me get ready? I work with a phenomenal Celine DaCosta. Check her out on Instagram. She's wonderful. She's a storytelling brand magician. She's incredible. But I helped her get ready for her TEDx. Gosh, was it 2 years? 2 years ago now. But ever since then, I've helped lots of people get ready for their TEDx's. Lots of people get ready for a TEDx. So it's on my dream list, but I don't know if I've got anything meaty enough. I don't know what my idea worth spreading is. And that's what we help do. That's really part of the Be Inspired experience, is to understand that you're not just getting on stage to talk about your business. You're getting on stage to talk about your idea worth spreading. What is it? If you're a Boudica, going into battle, who are you going into battle with, and who is in your army? That's some of the work that we're going to be doing as part of the Be Heard, Be Inspired process, which I'm really excited to start on Wednesday. Oh my fucking God. You're getting me a bundle of energy this morning. If anyone's feeling a bit sluggish, I think it's that extra hour as well, I think the extra hour makes a bit of a difference. Like even the kids woke up this morning, like, Mum, feel like I've had a lie in. It's like, because actually we've woke up at 7 o'clock and in your head it's 8 o'clock and you feel fresh. Then no one else feeling like that. Oh, I can't wait to meet you at your TEDx event either. But who is this? I am super excited to get on that stage. People would say to me all the time, Danny, why don't you do a TEDx? You're a speaker, you're an established speaker, you are good at what you do, you can hold an audience, you've got ideas worth spreading, you share them all the time. And I guess it was just, I think it was just like the cobbler's shoes. Like I was busy fixing everybody else's shoes and not actually looking at my own shoes. So busy helping people tighten up the nuts and bolts of their own messaging and forgetting actually that mine is pretty strong. The things that I've got to say are pretty innovative. The things that I've got to share with the world are ideas worth spreading. So I've been working over the weekend on what my TEDx is going to be. It's going to be brilliant. Of course it is. Your girl's delivering it. It's going to be unconventional. Of course it is. I'm just looking through my makeup bag to get my little eyebrow thingy thing. It's going to be innovative. It's going to be a little bit different. It's certainly not going to be boring. And it's still going to be, you know, with an entrepreneurial spirit and with business in mind. So hopefully it's going to be able to bring a lot of strength to what's already going to be a fantastic event. So that was number one is I got a TEDx. So I want to be speaking early December. More details to follow. If there's any tickets, I'll let you guys know. But it is in Scotland. So here we go with the eyebrows envy again. Here she is. Jules, I'm going on 2 retreats. It's all about self-care and self-growth in November. Lots of squeezing people. Oh, that sounds delicious. Speaking of squeezing people, it is the 11th of November that we, as a collective, many of us, about 40 odd of us, are heading over to Barcelona. Why? Just for shits and giggles. Me and Deep Badgerois decided that we were going to take a little bit of a pre-Christmas restock, a pre-Christmas, like, let's do a mate states holiday thing, go for some nice food, do some strategy planning. We do that every quarter or so, really, me and Deep. And we was like, why don't we see if we can create some magic? Why don't we put it out to Facebook and see if our respective friends want to come along with us and just see what happens? That changed my life when Lisa Johnson did this just 3 years ago in Malta, just to go along and see. And so many of you have decided, very much like I did at the time. And me, I had 300 quid in my pocket and a wing and a prayer, and actually went along and changed my life. Actually, properly, all the way changed my life. It brought me to, you know, like the business is insane now. We've turned over £250,000 this year. We have created just the most phenomenal, enormous events. We've been in TV studios. We've changed people's lives. I say we, I, me, and you together. It has been insane and awesome and wonderful, beautiful and terrifying. And we wanted to kind of be a bit of a catalyst for some of that for you guys. So we are literally, actually, properly jumping on a plane to Barcelona with no plan other than on one of the nights me and Deep are going to host like a networking type meet up gathering, because you can't bob along to a restaurant with 40 odd of your mates and go, excuse me, have you got a spare table for us? So we're gonna make sure everybody can get together and actually meet each other and make those connections, and then sort of break out together and do some lovely resting and do some lovely relaxing and talking. And some of the best, most creative, amazing things happen when you allow yourself that space. I went to Amsterdam a couple of years ago, just before lockdown, actually, with a group of the most phenomenal women. We just went. There was no motive. We just went. And it was just lush. 3 days, enjoying ourselves, letting our hairs down, a couple of collective things. We all stayed in the same place. And it was just brilliant. So I can't wait to do that. I also intend to get my Barca bags packed. I'm looking at that till next week. Joe, I had a dream Elton John was in my house and wanted his dog training. Really? Oh my God. There has also been conversations over the weekend. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say around the audio book for I Am the Queen Bee, the book, How I Overcame Self-Sabotage to Fly Anyway and How You Can Too. My multiple international best-selling book is going to become an audiobook, which is very exciting, because I know hundreds of you, literally hundreds of you, message me to say, oh, Danny, I love the fact that you've written a book and I know it's going to be amazing, but can I have an audio book, please? Well, the answer is yes, you can. So the I Am the Queen Bee book, my multiple international best-selling book. It feels weird and wanky saying it, but I love it still. The is going to be an audio book, so keep your keep your ears peeled. We will obviously create a happening around it. Of course, we will celebrate when it's done. I will tell you about the process as it unfolds, but that's one of the conversations that's been happening this weekend. What else has been going on? Arrested, and I know I was ill a couple of weeks ago and I was feeling the burnout thing for real. If this makes anyone feel uncomfortable, I'm really sorry, but I really want curly eyelashes. I'll do it while I'm talking to you. But I rested, and as much as like I want to celebrate success, I want to celebrate the fact that I am recognizing what I need to do in order to maintain my health as well. No, I rested. I didn't get arrested, for goodness sake. I got arrested. No, I did not get arrested. You cheeky sausage. Do you know Joe Wilson only turns up here for the heckle? I wouldn't have it any other way. No, I rested. I actually actively took time to have a bath. Oh, Carly, you thought I said arrested too. I didn't. I didn't get arrested. I've been a good girl. I rested. Oh, you all did. I didn't get arrested. Let me do a lash lift. If I'm ever coming to Abergele, I'll be there. Please do a lash lift. I've not been naughty, and no more naughty than I normally am anyway. So here's a couple of things that I've been doing to look after my health. One is I've quit drinking. Like properly gone teetotal. Some of you may know I've spoke about this. I've not kind of hidden from it at all. But I had some tests done a couple of months back. I don't think I did that properly because I was. Hang on, I'm going to do this in the mirror and talk to you at the same time. I had some tests done a couple of months back. I just got a new eyelash curler and it is bloody brilliant. For life insurance. Now, I already knew that the premium was going to be relatively high. I'm a woman of size. I am a size 22, unashamedly, in terms of body confidence. But the more these tests started to unfold, the more I realized that actually my size was having a direct impact on my weight, on my health, having a direct impact on my heart, having a direct impact on my liver, and my test results were showing up accordingly. And I actually got turned down for life insurance, which is really a scary process when you kind of consider myself normal, like I'm a big girl, but come on. But the more I started to look at this, the insurance company actually, in fairness to them, called me and they said, we've got your results through. We really would highly recommend that you go and speak to your doctor about these results. And I was like, well, fuck. Okay. And so I did. I went to the doctors to see my results. And, we've had ECGs and I've had a scan on my liver, and all signs are pointing to the fact that there are some serious, serious, serious things that I need to do in order to maintain my health, my wellness, my energy, and ultimately, without sounding kind of fatalistic, my life. There is significant with the state of my health. So forget externally. Like, I love myself and I don't want anybody to skew what it is that I'm about to say, or indeed judge any of the choices that I'm about to make, right? With regards to my health. But I love myself. I am totally in love with my body. I am totally in love with like who I am as a person, my outlook, and all of that sort of stuff. My weight does not equate to my prettiness or beauty, any of that, right? So all of that, please park. But there are some serious things that I need to do in order to maintain my health or take back my health, if I'm being really honest, because it has been something that I've been battling with for, I would say, a good 7 years properly. And I'm at that point where I'm like, nope, no more, thank you. I want to be around for my kids. I want to be around for my grandkids. We've got shit to do, you lot, right? We've got stuff to do. Got bloody world domination to take care of and all of that stuff. And I can't do that if I'm out a nothing and puffing. And you know what? Working with some of the most amazing wellness professionals as part of Be Inspired. So my clients inspire me. Like I get to find out about all their incredible jobs, their inner thinking, their methods, whilst we do all of this story finding. So I've learned an absolute ton. And working with people like Louise Restra, working with people like Jules Kelly, working with people like SJ Lewis, working with all of these people really allows me, Sarah Cook, Kate Davis, all of these people really inspire me. And the more that I work with them, the more that I can't ignore what I haven't been doing for myself. So recognizing that I needed some family time out and actually removing us all as a family down south to our family, to our southern family, was a real big act of recognition and self-care. Going out and instead of celebrating the launch with like champagne this time, I went and got some lovely, lovely face products. I went and got some new pajamas. This sounds ridiculous. Please don't think I'm ridiculous. I'm not ridiculous. I know you don't think I am ridiculous, but in the best way. I went and got myself some new pajamas, bath stuff, smellies for the bathroom, and I had like a proper like goddess bath. Like I put my crystals in there. I lit the candles, and always. And it was absolutely beautiful. It was just lovely. I got the Google Chrome and I put it outside the bathroom door. The kids knew what I was doing and actively was like, "Oh, Mum, we love seeing you do this. This is a really nice thing you're doing for yourself." I didn't even realize that they would think like that, but they were dead made up that I was doing it. Inspired them to do it, so they want a goddessy bath now, and I love it. Amy, you can love yourself and still want to improve your health. It's no brainer if you've had the warning signs. Yeah, and you shouldn't really have to get to the warning signs to say, I need to look at my nutrition, I need to look at my movement, I need to look at my relationship with what I ingest and all of that sort of stuff. Kate, hello you. This is it and what I've said to people. People engage in weight loss for image, but this causes them to approach it wrong. Whereas if they focus on it from a health perspective, results are more sustainable. As soon as I got those results back with regards to my liver, it did not bother me to put down. I used to smoke a long time ago, before I had kids, and when we decided that we were going to have children, or when I decided that I was going to have pops, I stopped smoking. I tell you what I read. Alan Carr, not the comedian, Alan Carr, The Easy Way to Stop Smoking is what I read. And because I'm super coachable and I like being coachable and I like being sort of not susceptible. Is that the right word? I'm open to things like hypnotism and stuff like that, NLP. And I really love being open to that. And so I found it very, very easy to stop smoking when I read that book. I just looked at this stuff made sense. Like, for example, the guy was like, "Oh, you want to read this? You want to keep smoking all the way through to the end. Until you finish the book, right?" And I was like, right, okay, yeah, no problem. And this is she who at some points in her smoking career would smoke sometimes, oh God, I'm ashamed of this, 40 a day when I was abroad. And a pack of 20 was €1.35. I remember I could distinctly see getting it from a nightclub, putting €1.35 in for a 20 deck of L&M. And I could smoke, because I was up so many hours, I would smoke 20 through the day, and then I could easily get through 20 of the night time, which is frightening, really. But I was able to just kind of put that down. And it was small suggestions for me where smoking was concerned. And one of them was, have a cigarette, like one of the instructions was, light a cigarette now and think about it like you would food, delicious food. Think about how delicious food makes you feel, right? I was like, well, delicious food makes me feel good. I like delicious food. I am a foodie. Bloody love food. And it then said, now taste the cigarette like you would food. Does it taste nice? And the answer was absolutely fucking not. And then there was kind of this like sort of play around, like, well, then you doing this doesn't make sense because you don't actually enjoy it. What I enjoyed was the space in time it gave me. So I knew if I was walking somewhere, if I lit a cigarette by the time I got there, I would be there. Or when I had a 15-minute break, I was working in the contact center at the time. When I had a 15-minute break, I knew if I went downstairs, had a cigarette, and then came back, that was that. Like it was a cigarette was an increment in time, and none of that made me feel. None of it made me like I didn't know what to do. I was like, oh, so I'm not actually enjoying this process. I am doing it because I'm just used to it, and that when I got those results back, my liver results particularly, and I saw because my eating isn't really out of hand. In the grand scheme of things, I just don't eat the right things. I don't move as much as I should. So I know that. But drinking is something that I've just always done. For a while, it was really problematic. Particularly when my life wasn't great. And a lot of you all know my story. Particularly when my life wasn't great, drinking was a real issue. It was a real problem. So I know over the years my liver's taken a battering, and it was this realization that actually my liver has taken a battering. So when I got those results back, for me it was just a no-brainer to just put it down. Say, hey, do you know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth. If anything happens to me, I'm not getting me ranty pants on. I'm just literally sharing with you my experience. If anything happens to me, and I'm the sole breadwinner of the house, and I am the facilitator and director of IATQB of all of this, and anything happens to me, nothing is covered. And I was like, whoa, that was a frightening prospect. Do you need my cardie? It's Asda's. It's from the Asda's, and it's got big balloon sleeves as well, and pockets. It's very important. It's got very deep pockets, and they're fabulous. But that was I was like, fuck, if anything happens to me, and it could. If anything happens to me, and it could, because that's, just the nature of things. I'm getting the heart palpitations. I've got the pain in my side. I've got all the physical symptoms of this being an issue. And studies show this. I can't be blind to it anymore. And then my kids aren't looked after and Wallace isn't looked after. So what do I do? So, yeah, that has been a real catalyst. So I have decided to go teetotal, and that has not been an issue, I think. But like Kate was just saying before, when you do it for health reasons, real health reasons, like I want to be alive, I want to live, and continuing on in the path that I've been on makes it that I'm not going to live as long, then fuck me, you bet your ass that I'm staying around. Like I am, like I got shit to do. I'm totally ridiculous in the best way. That's why you utterly loved her. I love you too. So gorgeous. I started my day with a magnesium salt bath and frankincense and rosemary. Sounds delicious. By resting the liver, it allows it time to regenerate. Right. So it isn't so bad that I'm on my deathbed, but it's so bad for it to show up on scans. It's bad enough for me to be negated as a healthy person. I'm all right. Did I have to pay for these tests? How do you go about getting them? No. Through a broker. In fact, through my financial advisor for this particular piece of work, Claire Sweet, she arranged for the insurance company as part of their quote is they do these tests, and you can ask for permission to have access to these tests. Am I having a drink every day? If you are, don't just stop cold turkey, as it could cause more issues. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know if you're talking to me. I've not drank for 2 months. As you know, my husband has done the same as you. Yes, we've talked about this. It scared the shit out of him. My husband paid for a Bupa Healthcare MOT at about £600. Well worth it if you're able to. Drop me a message and we can chat. Hang on. I don't think you're talking to me, Kate. I think, are you talking to me? Because I'm sorted. I'm on the right path. Like I'm explaining to you that when I talk about having a cup of tea and a Prosecco, which is exactly what I did, I had a bath and I got my new Jimmers. These are my Jimmers, not Jimmers. yeah, I completely thrown myself then. Yeah, I got myself new gym, had a bath, felt amazing. And actually, I've decided now that when I do incredible things like have a phenomenal launch like we've just had, so I'm going to reward myself with self-care, reward myself with spas, reward myself with a lovely bubbly bath, reward myself with meditation and all of that sort of thing. I love the Sauv Blanc, not sure they call it a Merlot for M&S, alcohol-free, been teetotal for about 15 years due to medical things and my giblets being funny. I'm still as bonkers as I was, but Joe, I would like to see you in a drink. I deal with you sober. Not drunk for 4 years now. I legit don't like how it feels now. And this is not me judging anybody that does. P.S. I am absolutely 100% down. My favorite champagne is Veuve Clicquot. I won't be drinking that anymore, but I'm looking for alternatives to reward myself. I'm looking for ways to love myself instead of thinking that I've got to reward myself like this. I'm quite enjoying, like if I was to go to a bar, when we go to Barcelona, for example, I'm excited about going to find out different mocktails. I still like grown-up drinks, right? Lizzie, morning. Thank you for opening this discussion, Danny. It could be tied up in shame when we say I've abused my body and haven't taken care of myself. Yes, but we need to let go of that feeling so we can have these important conversations. Absolutely. I reward myself with random shit. I really enjoyed rewarding myself with really cozy pajamas. In fact, that probably made me feel better than any bottle of bubbly did. I do like the idea of still, like, I like the idea. I've got some beautiful gold champagne flutes that Joe Swan from Chocolate PR gifted to me, got me as a present. And I like putting pop in it. It still makes me feel dead fly, like I'm here for the feeling. You just put some lemonade in instead. Bloody awful. What's bloody awful? I did the same, wipe me out for a week. What have I missed? What have I missed? I might have missed something on my personal profile. If you're watching on my personal profile, PS, I can't always see all of your comments. You're better watching either in the IATQB Hive, which is my free community, or the Queen Bee Danny page on Facebook. Non-alcoholic champagne alternatives. Robinson's lime and mint cordial with cold sparkling water in a wine glass. It will change your life. Actually, that's like a mojito. So the Robinson's lime and mint cordial, because I got the fruit, I think it's called Fruit Sensations, because I didn't want to just get orange cordial or blackcurrant cordial, which is what we always get, right? I got, there's a peach and raspberry one, there's a blueberry and blackberry one, and there's a strawberry and kiwi one. All of them are lovely. I've thought a lot lately, Sandy's saying about giving up booze. I tell you who's a great person to follow with regards to that. The glorious Christine Wright. She has a group. She has a business called Habit Breaker, and she's brilliant. She's absolutely brilliant. You can check her talk out as well from our previous Be Inspired. Absolutely phenomenal the way that she does. You can have tonic water and a drop of juniper berry oil. I know, yes, non-alcoholic G&T. Use the glasses for mocktails, right? And this is just getting creative now over what tastes like a grown-up drink. And there's lots being flooded on the market. Seedlip, for example, is one of the ones that are alcohol-free. Very, very interesting. Ginger and lime with sparklies like a vodka mule. Right. And do you know what's interesting as well? The more so I've explored this about myself and meditate on it and like try shit, that it doesn't really need to necessarily taste like an alcoholic drink. So I don't like non-alcoholic wine. I just don't like it. I find it a bit cloyy. I find it a bit too sweet. But actually, I really love herbal tea. I really love all different types of herbal tea, as long as they're not like cinnamony. I really love herbal teas, fruity herbal teas, or ginger herbal tea, or peppermint or chamomile tea. And actually, that I feel really good when I drink those things. And if I want it to feel like I've got a posh drink or it's, it's a hot day, then having a herbal tea with some ice in, honestly, I ain't preaching. I'm just telling you what I'm doing at the minute and what I'm setting my intentions around for the rest of the years. Kate, you've not drunk for 11 years. Congratulations. And we say congratulations like it's this huge feat. And actually, do you know it's normal that we don't drink? Like we're not destined to, like, it's not the intention for like biology is that we do this. I don't know. I am still, for all of you that I will have drinks with in the not too distant future, I am going to enjoy drinking with you, whether you have a glass of full fat champagne in your hand or whether, like me, you have a mocktail or a brew in your hand. It doesn't matter. I am going to be very excited about waking up fresh headed in the morning, though. That's what I'm going to be excited about. Dragon Balls. What's Dragon Balls? So you're gonna have to send me some links to this stuff. I do. Nice, Callie. I like the idea of this fruity herbal teas with sparkling water. Nice. Oh, I love that we're talking about this morning. So it's not just me then. Let me know in the comments. Are you a non-drinker? Or are you somebody who's thinking about not drinking? I think I might tap our Chrissy up to come in and have a proper conversation with us about what that means. What does it mean? But there is this paradigm shift that's happening right now. You can see it, that people are, looking at low alcohol alternatives or no alcohol alternatives. Rach, you're a non-drinker. Joe, you're a non-drinker. It's just amazing how many of us are there. We don't really talk about it, but then we go to parties and they go, are you okay? Or are you pregnant? Or, oh, you're not very well. Actually, probably the immediate answer is yes, I've decided to drink because I'm not very well, but I don't feel unwell. I am quite happy to be a non-drinker now. Oh, do I sound evangelical? I'm not asked if I do. I'm talking about how I look after myself. That is my intention. What are your intentions for your life and business for as we close out 2021? Can you even consider that we are looking at 2022 in the eyes like this? It's insanity. I want to not drink, been a week off it, but I struggle with the social side of it. Yeah, SJ, I get you. I get you. I am not making myself, but I'm focusing on, what non-alcoholic alternatives are there? So when I choose to go to places, I want to choose places with great non-alcoholic alternatives, great mocktail lists, and you'll often find that great cocktail bars will have a great mocktail list because they'll want to encourage non-drinkers, so hang on a sec. Okay, RTT can totally help if you want to give up. Oh, nice. I'm glad I turned up this morning. It's great to see how many people don't drink. We think like we're the pariah, but it isn't the case. Like some people look at you and go, are you okay? And the normalization of Prosecco o'clock or mummy juice or stuff like that is stuff that, I don't know. I'm much more likely to have pudding to treat myself if I'm feeling sorry for myself. And that's what I need to kick. All right, okay. Interesting. I give it up for Lent every year, alcohol and skydiving. I know I'm safe with those choices. Same. My hubby enjoys a drink. He pours me a red and then I give in. Yeah, Wallace is really, really supportive of it. But I think he can see how unhappy with how unhealthy I am or have been. Love a good mocktail. Who loves a good mocktail? Tell us, your Facebook user. But I love a mocktail. In fact, I went to a couple of years ago when I was with multi-level marketing. I was with a makeup company called Unique, and I was a high performer, and I was invited to go to the Shard to eat. And because they are a company of certain values, they don't put on a free bar for everybody. They don't put on alcoholic drinks for everybody. You can buy them and you're not judged, but as part of what they put on the table, they don't actively encourage you to drink and get drunk. So they got us these beautiful, honestly, it was just the most, if anyone's eaten at the Shard, it's beautiful. But they got us these most beautiful mocktails. And I had one and it had like lavender in it and apple and elderflower. Oh my God. Like I am having an experience still, and it doesn't need to have the psychological or emotional, even in my case, physical outputs or not nice things that happen off the back of it. Anyway, it's too socially acceptable. This part of the conditioning for the brain giving permission to have it to distress. Yeah, for sure. Social is definitely the problem. I went out probably first time in 18 months this weekend. It was scary, the aftermath. I'd definitely be considering my anxiety the next day if I've been drinking heavily, I can definitely tell. And I don't like feeling like I'm about to die. So I'm all right for it. So yes, there we go. I wasn't expecting to talk to you about that this morning, but here I am talking to you about it. Other news. What other news have I got for you? I'm having my hair cut. When a girl changes her hair, she changes her life, and I'm going for a style change today. In fact, at 11:15, I'm having my hair locked off. So my hair, as it stands, do you want to see? It's horrific. It's horrific. It's not horrific, but this is all. Look, this is all roots. There is like the roots are white. So I did try going grey. I did try biting the bullet and going grey, but I didn't go for it. It just made me, do you know, like it made me feel like I was looking old and I wasn't ready for it. And I think carrying the extra weight just made me feel a little bit frumpy. So, oh, the state of my hair. There is a lot of hair here. It's all one length. It's all hanging on my head like just a dead thing, just hanging there. When it's straight, so my hair is sort of naturally kinky, but it's long, like it's past, like look, it's past my boobs, and it's too long to manage. I know some people, they go and get hair extensions or they have naturally long hair. Like this is me at my most comfortable with a messy bun, get shit done kind of way. And I have this like ongoing relationship. I'm not even bothered how that looks. I have this ongoing relationship with a fringe. So what will happen is generally around summertime, I like want to bleach and lighten my hair. And then as the winter draws in, I'm like, I want a fringe. And I do. I'm going to get a fringe. I told you guys last week, didn't I? I'm going to get a wolf cut. A wolf cut. It's a mixture between a mullet and an 80s shag. 70s shag. I actually didn't realise that 10 years ago I had this haircut. And it was one of my favourite haircuts. So I'm going to get that done today. I'm going to go in and say, excuse me, can I have a wolf cut? I don't know if you guys can see this or not. So I'm going to get, look at how fresh faced she is. This is 10 years ago, Danny, right? So I'm going to get my fringe cut in, and then the layers are really short, but it allows my hair to be wavy. That's what she's having done. Bless her. I'm very excited for my wolf cut too. So I'm definitely going to do a before and after sort of situation. 100%. Yes, that's me. Does it not look like me? Oh, 10 years ago, me. Look, is she pretty? Look at her. It's definitely me. Look at her. That was the first night out after I'd had Daisy. The first night out after I'd had Daisy, proper night out. She was about 3 months old. And things were a bit of a mess at that particular point in time. And my gorgeous friends, in fact, she's a member of the Hive still, Jenna Rigby, if anyone knows Jenna Rigby of Glam Fit Studios, and the gorgeous Samantha Jane Clark took me out. We went to go and see, in fact, it was when I was working at Carphone, and we went to go see the Black Eyed Peas. It was brilliant. That cut suit, you can't wait to see it. Same. All right, my darlings. So I'm ready for the day. I'm ready for the week. I think I've caught you all up. I've shouted out our incredible lineup for Be Heard and Be Inspired. We kick off this Wednesday. There are still a few places left on Be Heard if anyone wants to jump on. We should rename it the Danny, right? It's like the Jennifer Aniston. Can I have a Rachel? It's like that. 10 years ago. I do know that, Lizzie. I'm sorry. Yeah. I do know it, and I shouldn't say nasty things like that to myself. Yes, 10 years ago, I was super pretty. Today, I am a belter. Different. And also, that young lady did not know her arse from her elbow. Did not know her arse from her elbow. She was literally a couple of months away from being homeless. So, I'm very proud of me. Does anyone want to buy my other half before I go on and I go on Be Inspired? Yes! Paddy won't mind. Morning, Fiona. We've done all of our shout outs for this morning, but please do tell me if you haven't already, what are your intentions for the week? Pop them in the comments. What do you want to achieve out of this week so we can celebrate with each other? Kylie, I used to have a crazy spiral pen when I was younger. Nearly got it done the other day. Kylie Anderson, do it now. Stop what you're doing. Ring the hairdressers right now and tell them that you're coming to come and get a spiral pen. Right, my angels, have a phenomenal day. I am sending you the hugest amount of love, and I will see you all on Wednesday for our Wise Up session. We're going to be learning this week. I will tell you more about it over the course of today. I'll see you later. Take care. Bye.